And it's cooked with love lah, that's why it's shiok. Yeah. And the other reason why it's shiok, you know why or not? Why? Because free. Hi, I'm Khalil Ali. I'm a professional chef and I'm of mixed heritage, being half Indian, a quarter Chinese and a quarter Arab. So for the dish today that I'll be cooking, it's actually my rendition of a Mediterranean chicken tagine dish with couscous, but the inspiration comes from like the local dishes that we have in Singapore. For the couscous itself, I'll be cooking in a way how Hainanese chicken rice is cooked. For the chicken, the marinade is more towards the Indian influence with meat curry powder, citrus juices and yogurt. Both my grandparents are of Indian heritage, and on my dad's side, my grandmother is Chinese, and for my mom's side, my grandmother is of Arab descent. Okay, so one of the inspirations for this dish is when I'm at work, we have a lot of different races who work together. So I wanted to come up with something that can be appreciated by, like, you know, the Chinese, the Indians. Alright, I'm gonna start with the marination now, and I'm also actually using a bone-in chicken thigh, so it imparts more flavor into the stew. So I marinated this overnight, but if you are short on time, you can just do it for about 2 hours to get the full flavor. First ingredient I'm gonna add is the minced garlic. When I'm at home, usually my dad will cook more Indian food and my mom will tend to cook more Chinese style dishes. So I grew up eating like a wide variety of cuisines at home lah. So now I'm gonna start by preparing the sumac onions. So I'm gonna slice some mint leaves and I'm gonna toss in the sumac. Once it comes to this stage, we can just set it aside for about 10 minutes. So this is the balanced yogurt that I have. I'm just gonna infuse with a bit of the mint leaves. So now I'm gonna prepare the vegetables for the stew. In Mediterranean cooking, this chicken stew dish, the way they cook it is they use a tagine. And I got reminded of a dum biryani. It's all cooked in one pot, and like you can just leave it and don't have to worry. When I was still turning in a 5-star hotel, I was attached to this Egyptian chef. He was asking me, do you know how to cook your traditional cuisine? I didn't know how to answer because back then all the young chefs were trained in European cuisine, and he told me that no matter where in the world you go, you must never forget how to cook your own family recipe. That really was a turning point in my chef career. Now I'm gonna start with the couscous. Butter is about to be completely melted. Ginger and garlic. And then this is some chicken stock that I made beforehand. Lightly season this with salt and pepper as well. So I'm just gonna pour it to cover the couscous. I'll cover with cling wrap and we set it aside for 5 to 8 minutes. Okay, now I'm gonna cook the chicken stew. So a bit of olive oil. Put the chicken away from me. Okay, if you want to try cooking food from different cultures, it's a lot of trial and error. You shouldn't be afraid to make mistakes. And I would say a lot of components are very similar and interchangeable. So maybe you can start with something that you are familiar with and try substituting, like, you know, 1 or 2 components. So at this stage, I'm just going to add in a bit of chicken stock to cover the chicken 3/4 of the way up. And then I'll just cover with a lid. Alright, and now we will complete the couscous. So what we do, we just fluff it with a fork very gently. I was exposed to Mediterranean cuisine very late in my life, when I was about almost 20 years old. And that was where I realized there's actually a lot of similarities based on the ingredients that we have in Singapore and some of this European traditional cuisine. Okay, and there you have it, the completed couscous. So for traditional Mediterranean dishes, they tend to use more harissa, spicy chili, whereas this one I use more tomato base so that people who can't take spicy, they can still enjoy the dish lah. Every time when I cook stuffed meal, people think I'll be cooking curry lah. So there's something different. Doesn't mean Indian only cook curry. After about 20 minutes of simmering, I'm just gonna finish off with a little bit of butter and just slowly stir it in off the heat. For this dish, I like to serve it on a platter, like communal style, because I feel it's nicer if everyone like just eat together and share from one plate. Especially during Ramadan time at the mosque when we break fast, everyone shares. It's a very nice communal and family style feeling lah. So I actually served this dish for the first time to my friends and family 2 years ago. So they were actually like quite surprised by this dish because I don't know, maybe some of them think like I work in so make prata every day. So this is the final dish. It's very colorful like my culture, and now I shall taste the fruits of my labor. It's very good. My mother will be proud of me. What makes us Singaporean is being in a multiracial country. It's like nice to see the fusion between like our local cuisines, like for example like Malay and Chinese, or like Indian and Malay food. It gets a lot more awareness on like how interchangeable the components of these cuisines are. It cannot be I say my own cooking is good lah. So I'd like to invite John to come and taste this dish with me.
I am Jonathan Tan.
Please enjoy.
Shock lah bro.
Shiok, It's cooked with love lah. That's why it's shiok. Yeah. And the other reason why it's shiok, you know why or not? Why? Because free. I'm happy to see that a lot of younger chefs of this generation are going back to their roots, utilizing ingredients from their heritage. And I think that helps a lot in preserving our heritage. For the future generation, it will never be forgotten lah.